Awesome, crypto legends. So the future of Bitcoin does look very, very nice here for 2024 and 2025. However, can we see some bearish momentum in the next coming months? And of course, that will be explained because of the DXY and some other factors here that I want to explain in today's episode, guys. And we also taking a look at Bitcoin in the short term. What could happen in the next coming weeks for those swing trades? There are some very interesting levels and scenarios that you want to pay attention, set those alerts, guys, to get those trading opportunities. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Now, what I want to talk first in this episode is what could happen in the next coming months, possible bearish momentum, and obviously after the halving in 2024, what could happen for the price of Bitcoin. Yes, later we are taking a look at those levels for Bitcoin so we can get into those trading opportunities on Bybit, guys. My #1 crypto trading platform here is where you can trade Bitcoin. There's a load amount of altcoins here as well. Joe is getting great volatility to make some great scalping scenarios. You have the link down below in the description to get an amazing bonus on Bybit of $30,000, guys. Make sure to take advantage of this bonus. And if you don't want to do KYC, you got Bitflex. Also, you get a nice bonus here of $10 when you deposit $100 with a video tutorial down below. Now, diving in, guys, first of all, what is happening for Bitcoin? What can we expect here in the next coming months? Let's go with the extreme bearish case scenario where the price of Bitcoin potentially can reach $19,000 or even below $15,000. There's going to be a lot of people bearish calling for 9K, 12K Bitcoin in the next coming months. Is that possible? Well, yes, eventually it is possible. Anything is possible. What could bring the price of Bitcoin all the way down to its low created in November of 2022 is the DXY, guys. DXY is just about to break here a crucial resistance zone that we've gone beneath, okay, here during the last few months. Now, this resistance level is exactly the 104 level. It was the highs back in 2016 in December. Also here in March of 2020, we can see how the price is getting beneath this level. We've created a large point of control from the last 5 years approximately here over the price action of the DXY. And when we zoom in, just by doing this basic technical analysis, we got a huge bounce already. This could have been a fake out from this lower high resistance trend line, but it acted as support just a few days ago, getting a huge massive bounce. Now, this does mean that this week entering, we've got the possibility here of breaking the highs created from last week here in August. We got a major resistance zone. We have the point of control of the range here. If we do break out from this level, that is it, guys. We have flipped here the multi-monthly bearish momentum that we've had in late 2022 and part of 2023. And we are likely going to see a multi-month bullish rally for the DXY. And there is a massive negative correlation. The price of Bitcoin did bottom out here in November, where the price of the DXY was peaking out, getting into this bearish momentum and getting Bitcoin to jump from $15,000 area all the way up to $30,000, giving that over 100% pump, all right, in a matter of a few months. But maybe that is over in the short term, guys. If we are going to flip this resistance into support in the next 1 to 2 weeks, okay, if we get that solid breakout, guys, it is likely going to have a multi-monthly uptrend here, and that is going to bring the price of Bitcoin to much lower levels, giving the possibility, yes, of going down to $15,000 or $12,000. We just need to accept it's a very possible reality if the DXY is going to get into a massive bullish trend. So yes, short-term scenario, it might be looking bearish, guys. By looking at the timing from the previous cycles, it is time for the price of Bitcoin to go sideways and to the downside. We've had the 4-year cycles here going here like clockwork. We can see also down to the lows. It's been a year from a bear market. So it's just been doing repeatedly the same pumps and the same dumps, guys. This summer rally as well was very much mirrored from 2019, also peaking out here in July, being about 7 months or so, give or take a few weeks of difference. So everything's been the same. We can see that, from July here, we entered into a bearish trend from July of 2019, entering into 2020. So is this what we're expecting right now? With the DXY potentially getting a huge, massive pump breakout and changing this bearish trend into a multi-monthly bullish trend. This is very much a possibility, guys. So short term, we might see some prices moving to the downside. But this might be the best opportunity that you will have in the next coming months to buy cheap Bitcoin, because this is coming, guys. The spot Bitcoin ETF and futures ETF from a lot of different companies are likely going to be approved maybe in October, which is the next deadline here, mid-October of 2023. If this one is not approved, then we got more in January, then more in March of 2024. This is going to be approved at some point, guys, whether it is in October or whether it is in 2024. All of these dates are just before the halving, guys. All of these dates are just before the halving, which is in between April and May of 2024, meaning that any kind of bearish momentum here is just going to buy us some time to get cheap Bitcoin, because after all of this is approved, this is going to get Bitcoin into a huge, massive bull run after the halving, as the supply is going to be cut in half. And every time the supply is cut in half from the miners, we enter a huge, massive bull run, guys. It's something that is inevitable. I very much knew about it back in the latest cycle. Here is where I changed my life. I made a huge amount of gains. This is likely to repeat, and I have even more stack of cash here to actually take advantage of this scenario. Very much accepting that yes, Bitcoin can go to 15K, maybe to 12K, maybe to 9K. That's only going to give us a great buying opportunity, guys, in my personal opinion. So not only that about the spot Bitcoin ETF and the halving, we got a massive supply shrink here on the exchanges, a multi-year supply shrink. We've been 3 years since 2020 of Bitcoin on the exchanges. It's been decreasing very aggressively. This has never happened in the history of Bitcoin since its existence. We've been in a huge, massive uptrend on supply. All of these exchanges have had lots of Bitcoin supply. There's been bull market, bear market, but supply has always been increasing on the exchanges. We've never seen a 3-year supply shrink on exchanges ever, and 95% of people buy their Bitcoin from exchanges, and this is drying out, as you can see on this chart, and it looks like it is going to continue as the Bitcoin wallets are growing every single day. Non-zero wallets are growing every single day, guys, meaning there's a lot of people opening wallets and buying Bitcoin every single week. Going through here, the adoption curve is looking spot on. This was a prediction from 2021, and so far it's extremely accurate. Yes, round about now there's about 450 million people or so using cryptocurrency worldwide, and by the looks of this adoption curve, by 2030, 5.1 billion. That is over 10 times of the people using crypto and Bitcoin today, meaning that the adoption is very much real. And so far, we are following the internet adoption curve. And like I said, by 2030, 5.1 billion. This is only 7 years away from now, not even that, 6.5 years from now. Massive adoption is happening for crypto. So the future is very bright. 2024 looks absolutely great for Bitcoin, as I've just shown you, with the supply shock, also with the adoption, with the ETFs to be approved. But short term, we know there's negative correlation with the DXY, and DXY is just about to flip bullish here for the next coming months after breaking 104. So we're going to get a few months, guys, where we might going to buy Bitcoin much more cheaper. Now let's take a look at those levels for the price of Bitcoin here. $25,000 range is the strongest support level. The drop that we had on the 17th of August got a huge, massive bounce as we were hitting that level, all the way up to $28,000, as you can see. Now, getting this major drop back to the zone, are we going to go to lower levels? Are we going to manage to break beneath here this crucial support zone? Well, there's something that I want to talk about here, and that is a monthly level. This monthly level at $23,130 is a crucial zone. You might think to yourself, but Andy, if we do break beneath $25,000, doesn't that mean that we should be going down to $19,000 and even lower? Well, no, this is a very important monthly level. It's been respected here the month of July and also August of 2022, closing and opening at that zone. And here we have the close, open, and the open here from March of 2023. Look how respected this level has been. So how do I know that if it's going to be a fake out? If we were to drop beneath this low over here of $25,000, where most of the people, I can already tell you, knows that this is the strongest support level. So you would expect here a massive capitulation all the way down to $19,000. But if it does not capitulate down here, guys, and we do manage to create here a wick here at the $23,000, and we start dancing around and consolidating at this zone, this is going to be extremely bullish for the price of Bitcoin. Taking a look at Fibonacci from the ultimate low level here from November at 15.5K and having this Fibonacci to the highs, we can see the 50% Fibonacci is also slightly above that monthly level. So we could hit that zone, get a small reaction. It probably is going to retrace only to the $23,000 range. So we're just going to have to be paying attention, guys, because we could capitulate down. But if we start holding this zone, I can already tell you that that is going to likely be a massive bullish reaction. We were talking about the possibility here of a massive descending wedge structure that could be on the formation here for the next coming months. Now, obviously, that is if the DXY doesn't break successfully here, the 104 level, like I explained. If we are going to break successfully here, then obviously I would be expecting the price of Bitcoin to go to much lower levels. But in the short term, analyzing this situation, it's very much a possibility. We are going to get supported from this lower low support trend line, the monthly level, the 50% Fibonacci from this low to the high. Something that we need to pay attention, guys, in the coming days, because a major rally could happen after that major drop. Every time we get a drop, we hit support levels and get major bounces. So that is a crucial, important level that I am looking at here, guys, the $23,120 zone here for a possible reaction and a possible bounce. Of course, no reaction is taken here at the zone, then obviously I would be aiming for the $19,000 range all the way here, and that level is very likely going to get a bounce. It is the point of control from the volume traded in between 2022 here and 2023. Look at this. Huge, massive spike, liquidity grabber beneath this level. It's a level that is, I can already tell you, with an 80% probability going to get a huge major bounce. That is only if we do lose $23,000, of course, okay? Obviously, I would expect that capitulation every time we have these fast moves to the upside. We go as fast to the downside, or fast move to the downside, fast move to the upside. We have a fast move here, not leaving us much support and resistance levels, guys. That does mean if $23,000 is lost, we could expect 19K Bitcoin very, very fast, guys, in a capitulation mode. So that is the support level. What is the resistance zone? What if we do get another bounce here from this zone, guys, and obviously get that major bounce here to $28,000? What is the strongest resistance level? I personally think that we are still in this kind of ABC structure move. If we do come down and test this low, we have created 5 waves here to the downside. As you can see, we could get that leg down here, and this is still going to be the A wave down, okay? Meaning that we could go all the way down here to this point around about $24,000 and get a bounce. So there is a possibility still here, guys, that we are going to hold this low created from the 17th of August. You could get that drop creating that fifth wave. There are only 5 waves down here if you do take a look at the micro counts on the 4 hourly, 1 hourly time frame, where there's been 1, there's been 2, 3 here being the largest and most powerful, the 4th one here with the pump from grayscale, and now this movement down that is likely going to get that continuation down to test the lows. So this for the moment has still been an A corrective wave, meaning that we could get another much wider pump here out of nowhere, that people are going to be, unexpecting this pump. This is only going to happen, in my opinion, if we do get that rejection on the DXY from this zone here next week. If we are going to start failing from this zone in the next 1 to 2 weeks, that is when Bitcoin could have that major possibility of a rally here to $29,500. That is the only possibility that I do see. Now, obviously, if we do hit this zone, that is crucial resistance zone. Why? Well, we're talking about this huge consolidation that we had here during July and part of August that has left some high volume nodes on the volume profile. If we do take a look at Fibonacci from the pivot high to that pivot low, that 618 Fibonacci is around about the $29,000 range. We would have to get above all this cluster, the 618, for this to be bullish. All this price action at 29,500 is just going to be a resistance zone. That is if we do get another bounce here in the next coming weeks. So yeah, guys, this is a crucial resistance level. We could see these lows being taken. Pay attention on the lower time frames to this low area, because we could be testing the low from the 17th of August, and it might be a failed breakdown, guys. We might just try and move down here, getting beneath 24,400 range, get that wick here, and that is going to be a failed breakout, and there could be a massive recovery here for the coming weeks, guys. It's definitely a possibility, something that I am paying attention also with the Legends community, that low to be taken. But will we successfully break down? We need to be ready, set our alerts, have good risk management, because that big bounce could definitely happen out of nowhere, guys. No matter how bearish or how bullish you are, I am bearish for the next coming months, but of course I'm aware of major rallies. So this is what I'm looking for here. A possible fake out from the lows to get another huge major bounce. If we do get another major bounce to this zone, I expect this area to get massive resistance. The 618 Fibonacci from pivot high to the pivot low here, very likely to provide some resistance, and then get the next move down here for the next coming months entering into 2024. So that is my kind of bearish case scenario here for the price of Bitcoin. There are some levels on the lower time frames, of course. If you do want to do some scalping, day trading scenarios, you want to join the Legends trading community. That is where we do take a look at the possible scenarios. The latest trade here was absolutely golden. This was on Friday. It was an excellent shorting scenario. This was provided in the Legends community, waiting here for this fake out to the upside to come all the way down to test the lows or get very close to the lows area. As you can see here, this was provided in the Legends trading community, guys. We're looking at shorting scenarios on the lower time frames. As you can see, this is playing out very nicely, that fake out above the $26,100 range and dropping all the way down to 25,800, 25,700 area. Great profits. We're also talking about some altcoins here as well, getting some altcoins in that are getting some volatility. Acropolis here, swing short scenario from the 18-cent level here, from a swing failure pattern from a highs here created in April. And as you can see, Acropolis right now getting that really nice drop, currently trading around about the 14-cent level. If you do want this analysis, these updates, there's possible setups every single day, guys, the Legends trading community is the place for you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.